For a young artist that hits big, 9 times out of 10, they're nearly not prepared for the real world. How do you expect an 18-year-old kid who's never had any background in business to come out and do anything else but, you know, hey, I want a nice car, you know, I want to look good, and you're in that stage.
Man, I done spent $700 on some shoes, man, multiple times.
This is more expensive than my Rolex. This was.
I done bought an iced out grill, lost it in the same week.
Jewelry, put gold teeth in my mouth.
Diamond earrings gone.
Weed, women.
Benz, 5-star restaurants and stupid shit like that.
My shoe game is ridiculous. My shoe game is like over $20,000.
He like a lot of the Gucci shoes and he look.
I call these trophies. Every pair of shoes is over $500.
When I was younger, I'm thinking like, okay, like they giving us money to do this and we get to go shopping and get this outfit and we're going to dinner with different people and it's like, oh yeah, you guys order whatever you want. And then you realize like, oh, like we were paying for that. So you thinking like, oh, like we're getting treated well. It's like, oh no, that's all part of your budget, which you have to pay back. Learning that was like real interesting.
Oh my God, it's like, where did the money go? You know what I'm saying? Once it's gone and you wake up in the next morning, you're like, damn, bro, you probably shouldn't have did that. But then you do it all over again. Because, you know, it's life and you need stuff to rap about because it's lit. You gotta get to the point where you're making money way faster than you're spending it.
After we did Jay-Z American Gangster, that was my first $100,000 check. I've never seen that many zeros on a check with my name on it. Like at one time, I got a fucking $100,000? I'm buying everything. There's no way you can adjust to that. People can tell you like this is gonna happen, but what the fuck are you telling me? I just got the biggest check ever. I'm buying mad shit. Next thing you know, like, you check your account, it's like, where did that go? That shit gone.
Even if they were to tell you, all right, trust me, you're gonna get this money, you're gonna wanna go buy this, and then you're like, I'm not gonna do it, but then sure enough, you do exactly what they said, you know? And then you realize, okay, like, the water's hot. Let me not put my hand in there, but I had to feel that it was hot, you know?
Artists who hit big very fast get what I call the gazoo head, the big head on the little body. Next thing you know, they're walking around, they want green M&Ms backstage, the towels have to be warm, and they're basically spending up all their potential money that they would have earned. That's how you end up with a lot of artists who don't see a dime after they basically worked their butt off.
I've seen tons of people lose all their money. You've seen MC Hammer lose, what, $20, $30 million? Like, it can happen.
Like, it's crazy, cause like, we're young. We got our first check, and we did a lot of shopping, and they seen that. So now, we're gonna get a financial advisor, all that stuff. Make sure we don't spend all of our money on stupid stuff.
I think I got $20,000. I think that was my advance, and it was probably gone in 20 days. Got jewelry on, I got a nice chick next to me, I got rental car hookups and all that, but I don't know if I'm able to pay the rent next month. Shit woke you up fast. Really, really fast.
We were broke anyway. And we recorded an album. Next thing you know, we're sitting on about $250,000. We said, look, let's just stay broke. Let's not act like we got money. Because, you know, Oakland's a kind of a wild town and shit. A lot of drug dealing, a lot of wild shit going on back then. And we get a call from Jive Records. And Jive Records is like, hey, you know, we're interested. National distribution. So we did a deal with Jive Records. The album goes out. It just sells crazy, crazy, crazy. Life is Too Short was the album. And we still aren't allowing ourselves to enjoy the money. We're like, man, let the company build up. And then the fucking check for Life is Too Short comes. It's like 6, 7, 800,000. After that, we're like, fuck this shit. I'm like, I want a fucking new Benz, I want a fucking house. Fuck this shit. So at that point, we just started balling.
Now, I'm more interested in spending money in like big stuff, like restaurants to open and anything that I could add to my brand. Especially being in this contract where my music is controlled, I had to branch off and find other ways to make money.
Jimmy Iovine told somebody, I'm gonna say Snoop Dogg, like when you first get your big paycheck, make sure you get a studio. Like
That's very important because that's gonna generate the bucks later on. And I had that mindset when I got signed. I didn't just go out and buy anything. Like, I bought a studio, like, immediately.
We just had to really sit back and like put the money to good use. We started putting money in videos and things like that moved the project forward, you know?
You're gonna like wild out. You're gonna buy all this jewelry that you've seen your idols and your rappers that you look up to have. And that's what you do it for. But you just gotta be smart about it because some people don't get another chance. You can't like get your first 2 checks and then spend half of it on a chain.
After the real shit, I'm like, fuck, I should have saved my money. What was I thinking?
A great team is one of the most significant things an artist can have in their career.
In order to be a dynasty, you have to put the right personnel together.
I didn't have a good taste in my mouth about who's inside of the industry.
He had the best musicians in the world.
That was the illest move anybody ever seen in hip-hop.
How dare you?
I got a situation, let's do something.
Have your team in place and make sure that you can trust them with your life.
You will never accomplish the highest level alone. When I first started, you know, I would have like a guest list of 30 people. And I remember one of my first concerts, I was opening for Redman and Cool G Rap. Some of my friends went into one of their dressing rooms and stole their stuff off their rider and ate their food. I ended up having to pay for it. The promoter was like, we charging you, we know that was your homies. I was not ostracized, but I felt, you know, bad. And it just was one of those things where it's growing pains.
Yeah, that happens all the time, that like rappers blow up and they got all kinds of weird people around them. You know, you have your friends, but you can't bring 10 of your friends with you on tour all the time. The first thing I tell an artist is have your team in place and make sure that you can trust them with your life. If you do blow, this could be serious money, and you want to make sure you know where every penny is.
Most artists get in the game and they hire somebody they trust. Now, the person you trust isn't always the person to be in that position.
It's the homeboy manager. It's not a real manager that's out there that had success with various artists.
You got Raphael, and Raphael, he's your man.
It's the man who don't know his ass from his elbow either.
Raphael's loyal.
He's trying to blow his artist up, so he's gonna ask the most dumbest shit, want the most ridiculous shit, and support anything that artist wants.
So they take advantage of homeboy management, of Raphael, from the beginning. And then 10 years later, they broke.
And you like, man, these my homies, and you don't want them to feel like you ain't real no more. But, you know, at a certain point, you recognize that it could cost you not only just your money, but opportunities in your career.
When they come in, they're gonna be around 10 people, and 10 people turn into 5. Then they're just hanging around with 2 people, and those are the 2 people that are really doing something that's helping them move forward.
When you do have those people who want to participate in the music business with you, like who really has the skills, and that's just business. The philosophy that I would always tell cats is like, I can only give you but so much opportunity. You're gonna have to truly have the skill, the talent, and the desire to do it.
I didn't have a good taste in my mouth about who's inside of the industry and who really love rap music, who got a passion about the art.
Let me tell you when the whole wide industry paid attention to Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle is a G.
He sold his mixtape for $100.
How dare you fucking sell a mixtape for $100?
And it blew us all out the frame.
But you did it. Me?
That means you don't even have to sell a lot. I heard Jay-Z bought 10 of them.
Nipsey Hussle, in my opinion, was like the leader of the free world. He was the leader of like independent artists.
My name is Nipsey Hussle. I'm a rap artist, an entrepreneur, a author, producer, and you know, a radical.
I like his music. I like what he represents for the West Coast and the culture. And I think he's a very smart businessman.
his influence, you know, was so huge when it came to him dropping those $100 CDs, which was really like a publicity stunt in a sense, because people were so shocked that it was $100. They're like, boy, it must be good then.
That was the illest move anybody ever seen in hip hop.
When I first got out to LA, you know, I really wanted to work with a LA-based artist, and he was the first artist I really wanted to work with.
We trying to build a sound, production, songwriting.
Yeah.
One with Davies.
Man, at first I thought Dallas was like an A&R industry nigga, trying to like get a promotion or something by fucking with an artist. And that's no shot on Dallas, that's just my assumption on the industry at that time.
Yeah, that's your fire right there.
I seen what Dallas was doing, and I seen how he's moving. He was just like, you know, I got a situation, let's do something.
As a new artist, you're not gonna be able to get Timberland or Pharrell or all these people on the phone when you're new, but I could get you in the studio with these people.
Going to the club and kicking it with him and going OT and just vibing, being on the scene, fucking with Dallas. You see who a person is, like, all right, this nigga be in the studio for real. He really with the music. So it made me separate him from my bias.
By the way, it wasn't easy to get Nipsey Hussle to partner up.
We just had certain terms that we wanted, and Atlantic was ready to meet us and become partners on the terms.
Y'all gotta bear with us, we banging music loud. Turn it up loud.
I just chose my label, not even because of the money or anything else, because you gotta go out for how they talking to you. So from what they said to me, it just seemed like they believed in me the most.
We have a great team behind us that's strong, is solid, and protected. We have a lawyer, of course. And we have a couple other people that are in our corner, you know what I'm saying, that are looking over and teaching us the business side of things.
A great team is one of the most significant things an artist can have in their career. Because at some point you recognize that you will never accomplish the highest level alone.
You're sort of bread and butter at a certain point. Can you talk to me about the business? We have to have total silence after you blow it out.
Y'all want some pizza or something?
That was it. That was it? Yeah.
I feel like I'm about to do the same thing I just did.
Sorry.